All right, everybody. I am here with Smiling Sam Alvey. How are you doing today, sir? And welcome to the Daily Dose MMA show.
Hey, I am doing wonderful. Thank you so much for having me on.
And I know you have a fight scheduled coming up soon. Can you just tell me how you're feeling and how are things going with you?
Yeah, I just had my last day of sparring even today, and it went incredibly well. Very pleased with how my conditioning is. My weight should be a pretty easy cut, and I'm really looking forward to getting in that cage.
And for you, last fight, didn't go your way. Did you watch that fight a couple times and think, here's some things I need to improve on going into my next fight, or did you kind of just brush that one off and just get ready for your next opponent?
No, I'm a big fan of watching my past fights. So I watched my last one, and I've watched the last bunch of my fights as well as my opponent. Yeah, I see what I need to advance on. I see what my opponent's good at, and I really try to make a plan on, from there.
And going into it, without giving away too much of your game plan, is there anything you plan to utilize a little bit more this time?
Dude, I want to hit him in the head as hard as I can. And so hopefully if I can do that, that'll be a great start to my winning streak.
I was just gonna say that's a great game plan. Always, give them the best shot you can get, and hopefully, they fall right.
Yeah, yes, sir.
And are you? I was curious. With this pandemic going on and things are kind of weird. Do you get tested before you leave, and then obviously you have to quarantine in the hotel for a little bit, and then you're allowed to be out and about a little bit? Is that kind of how it works?
Yeah, they sent me a test yesterday, so I tested at home, sent that back in. Then when I get there, they'll test me probably 2 or 3 more times, and then I'll get to fight.
Is it a little weird? I mean, obviously, you're a vet of the game. You've been here a long time. Is it just been a little weird getting under these conditions and things like that?
No weirder for me than anyone else. I mean, people are so tired of this COVID garbage going on, and just every hoop we have to jump through is just somebody saying we have to. And so we're ready for that to be over, and I'm as ready as anyone.
Yeah, I was just gonna say it seems like a lot of it's at least getting a little bit better. In the beginning, it seemed like a lot of fights were kind of dropping out because people were testing positive and things like that. And obviously, there's some events where it's a little higher than others, but it's pretty impressive that the UFC has been able to go through this whole pandemic. And at the beginning of the year, Dana White kind of dropped a video kind of saying "F you" to all the people that said the UFC couldn't do it. And for you, has it been kind of cool that your job has stayed open through this whole time, when other people's job is shut down and you've just been able to kind of, live your life?
You know what? I've been blessed. The UFC has gone above and beyond anyone's expectations. I mean, they bought an island to host fights at. They have really gone and done more for the really the world than any other organization in the world. That they have shown that professional sports can be done safely. They can be done under whatever stupid guidelines an individual state or country has, and they've been proven that they're not a mass spreading thing. So it's really been nice to be able to represent such a positive force in the world.
Yeah, and it was cool with everything taking a break when the pandemic first started. There was like the March Madness basketball tournament. Baseball was going on, things like that, spring training, and the UFC was that first sport to come back and kind of give hope. It felt like back to the world and give it some normalcy. So as a fan, it's been fun because almost every Saturday, obviously there's some breaks, but almost every Saturday, Dana's pushing out a fight. And then, like you said, he bought an island. I mean, in the best way, he's a madman. He's like a mad businessman almost.
Yep. Yeah. No. They've been able to read the tea leaves, and they have really gone out of their way to make sure it works out for us.
And it's just been kind of awesome to see. Dana's said it multiple times is that no one's been released, or that's fighters have been released, but no one in the staff has been cut. Their jobs haven't been cut, and so he's been keeping people being able to live their normal lives. And it's just been a really cool event to see the UFC just being able to kind of beat, or not beat it, but be first in this pandemic.
Yeah, they stepped up in a huge way, and they've really led on this issue, and I'm very proud of them.
And I was gonna just go back to your last fight one more time. You came out really strong in the hands department. You seemed like you were letting it loose, and then obviously he was able to get you to the ground and you got submitted. Is there any part of you in that fight that, you took some good things away where you're like, this is something I should keep working on and I did really well? Obviously things didn't go well, but.
Yeah, he didn't get me to the ground. I shot on him and he choked me.
Or
But that was
yeah,
after he punched
you
me.
shot on him. Sorry, I
Yeah.
apologize.
No, you know what? I hit him hard. If I would have followed up just a little bit sooner, a little bit faster, it would have been a different result. But at the end, he hit me pretty good. Forced me to shoot, stuffed the shot, and turned into a choke. So, hey, we got a fight of the night out of it.
I was just going to say things didn't go your way, but I mean, you did get a bonus. And I was going to say, even though it didn't go your way, you, sir, are not a boring fighter by any stretch. It was exciting for the entire fight length. Can you just kind of speak on that? Did it feel good to get that bonus and finally, kind of be recognized as like, I did put out everything I could in a fight?
It was wonderful. That bonus is, I mean, it's life changing. Even for me, a veteran of the sport, who could say no to an extra 50 grand? It really helped out, and I was in the process of buying a house, and it was there when I needed it. I'm very happy that I got to put on a performance with such a stud of an athlete as a Julian. And I'm really looking forward to doing the same thing, except with a win this next time.
And congratulations on the house. That's a big purchase. Like you said, it's life changing. Congratulations on that.
Oh, I appreciate that. Thank you.
And any big renovations to the house, maybe with a performance bonus coming up in a couple weeks?
Probably. Maybe I'll buy a motorcycle too. I've wanted one of those.
Oh, be careful of those, man. Those get dangerous.
Yeah.
For you, is there anything you see in your opponent that you're kind of keying on without, again, giving away too much? Is there anything you see from him that you kind of need to be wary about?
He's got incredibly fast attacks. He's got a brilliant shot. His hands are pretty quick. He's got a kick he's got those jiu-jitsu hips where the kick can go wherever they want it to. And that's I've just got to be aware of that. If I can counter that, if I can get a read on him, I'll be able to dictate where the fight goes.
And since you've been having a little bit of time off, has there been anything that you enjoyed doing outside the octagon?
Oh shoot, I wouldn't say I had any time off. I've been in camp for like the last 16 weeks. I'm so sick of training. I had a long camp leading up to who I was supposed to fight, and then that fight got canceled. And then 4 weeks later, I get a new fight, and I'm tired. I'm ready to fight.
Yeah, I was gonna say most people's camp is about 8 weeks, 7 weeks. That's what they feel comfortable with. You're basically double that. So
yeah. I am just. I'm in good shape. I'm in high spirits, and I'm just so ready to get in there and put them down.
And I was gonna ask about that canceled fight. Were you already kind of cutting weight and things like that? And it has.
Yeah, it was. I was on my way to the airport when I got the call saying it was canceled.
So did you kind of just? What was that experience like? Did you just try to kind of replenish and refuel your body and try to get back to your normal walk around weight? And then are you gonna cut? Or obviously you're gonna cut again, or what was that?
Yeah, I spent the rest of that week just kind of eating, carbs, getting some bread, getting some ice cream, just having a good time with my diet. I did that for the rest of that week, and then by Sunday I was sick of it and ready to get back on my diet. So I corrected course, and this should be an even easier weight cut this time.
And I was just going to ask, for me, I have a very sweet tooth, and I imagine one of the hardest parts about being a fighter is being able to cut out some things that you really do enjoy when you're dieting. Is there one thing that, after you make weight that you're going to go immediately for because, you just miss being able to eat it?
I always have pizza after my weigh-ins. I've eaten pizza everywhere around the world, and that's always my thing. So now I'll get to have some deep dish in Las Vegas.
Well, that'll be exciting, man.
Yeah.
I hope it's everything you want, because I know those weight cuts can sometimes be a little bit brutal.
Oh, they're never fun.
Yeah, and when you get to Las Vegas, what will your walk around weight kind of be? Do you like to be around like 10 pounds above, what your final weight cut weight is, or where do you like?
I'll probably be about 20, 25 pounds over. I'll be between 205, 210 when I get there, and then it'll be a nice, easy weight cut from there.
Oh, okay. So you cut a little more when you're actually in Vegas then?
Yeah. And I've been doing it for so long, I just know how to take it off and put it all back on.
Yeah, I was just gonna ask. I mean, when you are such a veteran of the game, like I said earlier, you've been here for so long. Does these weight cuts ever get a little bit easier? I mean, there's a little more science behind it now and things like that. Does it ever seem to get
Yeah.
easier, or does it almost feel like hell every time?
Easier is the wrong word. It never gets easier, but I am more aware of what it takes to do it. So I've got it down. I know at what time I need to be at what weight. I know how many baths, how many saunas, how many this, how many that it's going to take.
Yeah, is maybe the word bearable a little bit better? They become a little more bearable because you know what you're getting yourself into.
Yeah, I've been doing it for so long. Shoot, I've got over 70 fights. I've cut weight a time or two.
And have you ever thought about maybe moving up a weight class, just to make the weight cut easier, or do you just feel like this is what you're comfortable with and this is where you fight best?
I'm comfortable. I know I can make it, so I like being big.
All right, man. Well, I will wrap this up. I do apologize for being a little late today, and I know you are
Oh,
a
no
busy
worries.
guy. So I do appreciate your time here. And if there's anything else you'd like to say to the fans, the floor is yours, sir.
Shoot, hit me up on TikTok and Instagram. I'm at Smiling Sam. I love both of them.
All right, man. Well, last thing, do you have a prediction for this fight? Any Mystic Mac from you?
Shoot, all I ever predict is my hand getting raised.
All right. Well, I will make sure to put that down in the Las Vegas betting book on Smiling Sam Alvey on August 28th.
I like it. I like it.
All right, man. Well, we do appreciate your time. Thank you so much for joining the Daily Dose MMA show, and we hope to talk to you maybe after you get off of this fight.
Sounds great, sir. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Have a great rest of your day.
All right. Bye.